Here we come, walking down the street. We get the funniest looks from everyone we meet. Hey, hey, we're the monkeys, and people say we monkey around.
Our first task will be to talk about, how we got to Burning Man and how it ended up converging to where we were all starting to camp together. Let's talk about that first.
Well, we all, as far as I know, we all camped together from the dawn of time.
97.
Yeah, 97. Yeah.
In 1997, we kind of all got together through Brooker Theater and had all heard about Burning Man. A couple of us had been there before, but through Brooker Theater, we all decided to camp together. And we made Planet Brooker in 1997. And it was Scott Dundas and me and Josh and Scott Beers and Tom Plunkett.
Dave Anderson.
And Dave Anderson. Was Peter and Amy that year?
No,
That
not the
was
first,
next
not
year.
97, next year.
But then there was, who else was there?
Richard Sheriff.
There was
Richard there 1
Steve
year.
Fote and
Yeah.
Dirk. Remember, they had we might have to cut this, but the tweaker tent.
What did he just say? Yes, I know, sir. These monkeys are completely incorrigible. We will speak to him. Well, get on with it. I'm bored already.
Okay, our camp was called Planet Bruca because we all kind of spawned from Bruca Theater. And we kept that name until 2003.
Yeah.
2002.
2002.
2002, because that was Floating World,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. The last Floating World was the last year of
Right.
Planet Bruca.
Planet Brick.
Yeah.
That was the first year that
And we
anybody
had-
from JubJub actually broke ranks and became DPW. Scott Beers did it. And we changed our name because Scott Beers took the ply handle of Bruca. We needed to rename our camp, and that leads to the JubJub story.
Right.
You tell the
In 2003, we did an original play at Bruca Theater called Blue 2. It was a love story that took place in Hollywood between two actors, and one of them moved to New York and did theater while the other stayed in LA and was part of a children's show called JubJub the Monkey. He became addicted to alcohol and drugs and wanted to leave the show. Meanwhile, his girlfriend is in New York. She gets cast in a theater production of Under Milkwood. She shows up late to rehearsal one day, has a bag full of excuses to give to the director.
Which was me in the show.
Yeah, which was Lou. He's tired of hearing this bag of excuses, so he says, you know what, fuck your day, get on stage. And that's where the whole fuck your day came from.
It was pretty wild.
Our first year with JubJub, we were the Department of Non-Transportation.
Department of
Not
Monkey
quite.
Business was what.
Yeah,
not
we were-
quite public
Not
transportation.
quite
Yeah,
public
it's-
transportation, and we had the dam track the first year,
Right?
Yeah.
and we had your car, we had my
I had a
Joker
Lincoln
car.
Town car
Yeah, you had the
that
Lincoln
We
Town
were
car
trying to
that
do
was
flag
Mylar.
Trying to do
So
flag
it's like, yeah, what passes in our car back in the old days was pretty funny. But we had Mylar. I had green and purple spray paint on my car, and our job was, well, our mock job was to drive around and try to give people rides around the playa as like a taxi cab. But we didn't really ever give anybody too many rides. Done this because people fit on his car. We didn't really care that much. But that was our first. Like, we were trying to be a camp. Like, before we
Yeah.
had built wood structures, we had the woody, we had done stuff, but the water world, I feel, united us as a camp.
Well, I think that's when we decided, okay, well, let's be a bar.
Yeah,
We never
that's when
really,
needed the bar.
we kind of had bar things going on, but we weren't really a bar. And I think it was during Waterworld, you could actually set up a bar, and everybody kind of got into that. Well, that makes sense. Maybe we should do that. And then from there, I think when we went to JubJub, I think we decided, okay, let's do a bar.
Yeah,
And-
it brought the people in.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, that's the thing that will attract everybody into our camp.
and we know there's a lot of bars out at Burning Man, but there wasn't not a lot of bars like ours.
I remember 2002 was the first year we kind of backed off because we were so overwhelmed with our projects that we had in the past.
Yeah, we had done 2 projects before that, right?
Yeah.
No,
Our
didn't we do
project.
3? We did
Two,
the
no, we did-
Zygote, the Ziggurat, and
That was it. So
Yeah,
when we
that
skipped
was
the Water
it.
World year, we skipped and we just.
Oh, we
focused
did
on
House
camp.
of Cards after Waterworld.
Yeah.
So House of Cards really was when we started JubJub. That it was all the same year.
Right,
That became the year of
2003.
tears because we really overextended
Yeah,
ourselves.
really overextended.
We
Too
did
much.
the dam track, we did the House of Cards,
Right.
and we returned to the camp, and
Playa cab
yeah,
companies.
so it was all of it. We went way overboard, and we just completely. We didn't fail, but it was hard. And then we tried to do the pyramid that one year. That was when he camped and the dome crushed. It was
Right.
crushed dome year. And then,
That was the crushed, wasn't the crushed dome year the Ram the Boxes year?
but we had boxes with us.
That was after the Ram,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was
that
the
was
year after
after.
the box.
The year
was.
after the
the
boxes.
boxes. Sully
Boxes
had
with us.
all those extra
Yeah.
boxes,
Yeah.
and that's when we did around the boxes.
Right.
That's the same year that he got rid of his dome.
Yeah.
That year, it was the last year he had it.
Right, because it crushed.
So then I don't know, we progressed. A lot of his DPW time, you know.
So
We
as it
always had
progressed,
some DPW people in our camp, but then what happened was what year was we started working was 08, I guess.
yeah, the year after the waffle.
Yeah, after the waffle that we just
You
stopped-
guys
we-
immersed
we
yourselves.
Yeah, we weren't going to do any more projects of our own.
Mm-hmm.
It was just too hard. So we jumped on board to doing man base, and from there we're and
We're
well,
stuck.
but when did we start the DPW party appreciation? It started as my birthday.
It started
Or-
as
My
your
birthday,
Simmons,
and then we
your
found out it's all a bunch of other
Doyle,
ones.
Simmons.
It was the first circus tent year.
That
Yeah.
was the
That
year
was
after
the one
Ram the
where
Boxes.
red. That was the red.
Okay,
That was
red
one
green
with
year.
the white lights.
So
Right,
in
right. Oh, that,
the
yeah,
Ram the
yeah.
Boxes was the year that we hooked up with the Black Label Bike Club. Was the year we really got infiltrated into
Right.
the dirty. That was the year I met Trey and
Yeah.
Felix and all those guys. Where we really got dirty into the bottom of the DPW bucket. We you know we knew Coyote and stuff, and we had beers and stuff, but we got dirty at that point in
Yeah.
time. And the next year is when we did the appreciation Lou's birthday party took off.
Yeah.
I mean, we're the pinnacles of our growth as a camp. That's one of them.
Yeah.
The Ram the Boxes when we had 50 people out front with just making people just kill themselves for the pure epic. Dundas, what happened to you? You got a,
I
still got a little
I got a
scar right here.
there.
And we had just set up, and
Oh, yeah.
it was Pete Menchetti's
Pete-
idea.
Pete
wanted to
Making tequila pancakes.
yeah, making tequila pancakes, which was the worst thing. Don't ever try to put tequila in the bag.
Sometimes it's dead man's curve.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a great idea with it. Bringing other people in. I'm sure they would love to pitch in.
Well, that's
the
just it.
DPW appreciation.
DPW's got,
Yeah.
Burning Man's got like 100 and something thousand people on their Facebook page.
Well, they should all give $1.
That's what I'm saying. We don't need
Give us a quarter.
$100. We can all give
Yeah, give me a
20
nickel.
cents.
$100,000 to buy a
Nickel
lot
piece.
of Paps.
Not
Just
enough,
saying.
but a lot.
Not enough.
Yeah. Oh, jeez, I gotta pee.
We go wherever we want to, do what we like to do. We don't have time to get restless, there's always something new. Hey, hey, we're the monkeys, and people say we monkey around, but we're too busy singing